curious people. Today it is about Queen Elizabeth I in the Golden Ages. Curious? But before we get started, be sure to subscribe to the Curious People channel, and let us know in the comments below what other historical or related topics you would like to hear about. When Elizabeth was born, the second daughter of Henry VIII, on September 7, 1533, no one believed that she would one day become Queen of England. She was considered a bastard. Her father was not officially divorced from his first wife, Catherine of Aragon, when he married Elizabeth's mother, Lady-in-Waiting Anne Boleyn. 3 years later, Henry VIII had Boleyn beheaded for not having given birth to a male heir to the throne. After her father's death, 15-year-old Elizabeth moved to the court of Catherine Parr, the sixth wife of Henry VIII. In 1558, Elizabeth succeeded to the throne after her half-brother Edward VI and her half-sister Maria I, who had died. The fact that Elizabeth had moved up to third place in the line of succession was mainly due to Catherine Parr, who had also campaigned for the good education of the future queen. During the reign of Mary I, there had been bloody clashes between the Protestant supporters of the Anglican Church and the Catholics. While Elizabeth's Catholic predecessor Mary had rigorously persecuted Protestants to bring Catholicism back to England, Elizabeth stood on the side of the Anglican Church. Her father founded the Church of England after the Catholic Church had not approved the divorce from his first wife Catherine of Aragon. Elizabeth's plan worked. A year after her accession to the throne, the Anglican Church officially became a state church. Even so, Elizabeth did not try to completely exclude the Catholics, for example by allowing some Catholic customs and rituals to persist. One of the greatest successes of Elizabeth I was the expansion of England to sea power. In 1588, Elizabeth's ships defeated the outnumbered Spanish Armada in a legendary battle in the English Channel. Elizabeth, who surrounded herself with good advisors throughout her life, also laid the foundation for the British Empire. Under her rule, the slave trade between Africa and the West Indies was organized, and the first trading companies were founded. In the 17th century, Elizabeth's successors began the period of colonization, as a result of which parts of North America and India became English colonies. Elizabeth's domestic political merits included improving the training of craftsmen and setting wages and price cuts. Under their reign, England became a rich, low-taxed country. Elizabeth I also promoted culture. She attended the plays of the young playwright William Shakespeare and had her own orchestra and theater company. The Virgin Queen, as she called herself, because of her self-chosen celibacy, also had enemies. Queen Mary of Scots was one of her greatest rivals. She was a great-niece of Henry VIII and was supported as a Catholic by Spain's King Philip II, among others. Mary, Queen of Scots, who lived in exile in England, was treated like a prisoner by Elizabeth and executed in 1587. She had tried again and again to overthrow the English queen by conspiracies from the throne. In 1603, Elizabeth dies at the age of 70, leaving a prosperous country, but no heir to the throne. Her successor was James VI. The son of Maria Stuart and Elizabeth's great-nephew, was not only King of England, he also retained his title as King of Scotland. Elizabeth's death also brought change of dynasty. With James VI, the House of Stuarts was now in power. This is the end, and that's how we spent another 5 minutes together. Now if you want to get others to find out what we are doing here, I'll tell you very honestly, a share will not only help, but will also be greatly appreciated. If you want to be sure that you don't miss anything, of course, only if I convinced you that it's worth it, it would help me to subscribe to this channel, if you haven't already. Thank you.